Old oak loomed, skeletal branches clawing.
10-year-old Mia and 8-year-old Alex, armed with a flashlight and a bag of candy, crept closer. It was Halloween, and this abandoned house, whispered to be haunted, was their ultimate dare. The wind howled a mournful tune through the broken windows, rattling the loose panes. Mia, ever the brave one, pushed open the rotting door. The hinges groaned to protest, a sound that sent shivers down Alex's spine. Dust motes danced in the beam of the flashlight, revealing a cavernous interior. Cobwebs hung like macabre decorations, and the air was thick with the smell of damp earth and decay. They moved through the house, each room more unsettling than the last. A chipped porcelain doll sat on a dusty dresser, its vacant eyes seeming to follow them. In the living room, a grandfather clock stood frozen at 11:59, its pendulum still. Alex clutched Mia's hand, his heart pounding. Suddenly, a floorboard creaked behind them. They spun around, flashlight beams cutting through the darkness. Nothing, just shadows playing tricks in their minds, or so they thought. Another creak, closer this time. A whisper, barely audible, seemed to snake through the silence. Mia, trying to sound braver than she felt, whispered, "Probably just the wind." But even she didn't believe it. They continued their exploration, their pace quickening, the candy forgotten in the bottom of their bag. In the attic, they found it. A dusty, leather-bound book. Its pages were filled with strange symbols and unsettling drawings of twisted trees and shadowy figures. As they flipped through the book, a cold gust of wind slammed the attic door shut. The flashlight slipped from Mia's trembling hand, plunging them into darkness. A guttural growl echoed from the far corner of the room. Alex screamed, his voice swallowed by the oppressive silence that followed. Mia scrambled for the flashlight, her fingers brushing against something cold and slimy. She switched on the light, revealing a pair of glowing red eyes peering at them from the shadows. A monstrous form, vaguely humanoid but undeniably grotesque, began to emerge. It was tall and thin, its skin pale and decaying, its limbs impossibly long and spindly. Panic seized them. They turned and ran, stumbling through the darkness, the creature's chilling growls pursuing them. They burst out of the house and into the night, the wind now a welcome sound, carrying away the screams that still echoed in their ears. They didn't stop running until they reached the safety of Mia's house, collapsing on the porch, breathless and terrified. They never spoke of what they saw in the old house again, but every Halloween, when the wind howled through the trees, they could still hear the faint, guttural growls